Are you listening?
Hey everyone, and welcome to another episode of the Nerf Report. My name is Brian Chappelle. Thank you so much for joining us this week. Are you ready? Because on this week's episode, how big is the PlayStation 5? Apex Legends is finally getting crossplay, Crayta officially gets a release date, and we need to talk about video game store roleplay, which is exactly what you think it is. But before we jump into what might be my favorite story in the history of the show, let's talk about this week's top headlines. First up this week, the PlayStation 5. You know, it's been 1 week since the reveal of the PlayStation 5. And since that event, there have been some serious questions. How much will the PlayStation 5 cost? When will it launch? And why did Sony pick porn music for the reveal? Which, admittedly, kind of a weird choice, but also very convenient.
What are you watching?
It's the PlayStation 5 reveal.
It sounds like porn. Are you watching porn?
No, it's the PlayStation 5 reveal.
Let me see it.
It's the PlayStation 5 reveal. Alright? But probably the largest question to spawn since the PlayStation 5 reveal is, how big is it? And since Sony has yet to share any of the specifications or the official size, we need to do some science in a brand new segment that we like to call Size Doesn't Matter. But how big is it? When looking at the PlayStation 5, the easiest way to determine the size of the console is by using a point of reference. In the case of the PS5, the disc drive might be our best bet. Now, the PlayStation 5 disc drive opening has to be big enough to fit a standard Blu-ray disc, which is roughly 4.7 inches in diameter. So, assuming that the disc drive is exactly 4.7 inches, that would put the PS5's height at roughly 14 inches tall. Now, at that height, the PlayStation 5 would be nearly 2 inches taller than the Xbox Series X, 1 inch taller than the PlayStation 4 Pro, and 3 inches taller than the original PlayStation 4. Alright, next up, let's talk about some Apex Legends. This week, it was revealed that the Battle Royale game would be receiving a massive new update that includes a new in-game mode called Armed and Dangerous Evolved, which brings back everyone's favorite snipers and shotgun only in-game mode with new awards, skins, and a new area to explore called Crypto Town Takeover. Now, if you're like me, you've had multiple conversations with your Nintendo Switch over its inability to play Apex Legends. Look, Switchy, I'm not gonna buttercoat this. PlayStation has Apex, and that game does things for me that you couldn't even dream of doing. Well, the good news is that Apex Legends is finally coming to the Nintendo Switch. That's right, this fall you and all your Nintendo bros can finally team up and become Apex champions. And I know what you're thinking. Apex, that game is cool and all, but you know what it's missing? Crossplay. Well, the gods of gaming have heard our prayers because crossplay is coming to Apex Legends. This fall, players on Xbox One, PlayStation 4, Nintendo Switch, or PC will be able to play together, although the minor issue with this, cross-progression will not be supported. Crayta, potentially the most influential game of this generation. If you weren't aware, Crayta is a collaborative game creation platform from the team at Unit 2 Games. Crayta will allow you and your friends to create whatever your imagination comes up with. The game can be played as an exploration suite where you can discover and share new games made on the platform, or you can use Crayta to develop your own game using their massive asset library. And personally, what gets me so excited about this game is that during our interview with Adam Oliver from Unit 2 Games, Adam mentioned that Crayta represents a democratization in game development. Through Crayta and Google Stadia, becoming a game developer is now easier than ever before. You no longer need to go to college to learn how to make a game. Through Crayta, you can learn and create whatever you want. And of course, the big news this week was that Crayta finally has a release date. Crayta will be releasing on July 1st exclusively for Google Stadia. Now, Stadia Pro members will get the game for free, but non-Pro members can have access to the game for $39.99 US. And finally, for our top headlines, Warner Brothers. One of the largest stories from this last week was the announcement that Warner Media is looking to sell off their video game division, Warner Brothers Interactive. In fact, according to CNBC, Warner Media is seeking the sale of the Warner Gaming unit, which could fetch about $4 billion. And if you're interested in a comparison, the New York Yankees are currently valued at $5 billion. Disney purchased Star Wars for $4 billion, and the New England Patriots are valued at $4.1 billion, but now that Tom Brady's gone, that probably goes to like maybe $2 billion? Let that sink in. A division that makes video games is valued at the same price of all of Star Wars. We're talking toys, video games, movies, books, novels, TV shows, everything. Now, WB Games actually represents about 11 different studios. Studios like NetherRealm, who are responsible for Mortal Kombat, Rocksteady, who led the charge on the fantastic Batman Arkham series, Monolith Production, who developed the Middle-earth series, along with various other studios who are currently working on unannounced Batman, Harry Potter, and Suicide Squad games, making this sell-off potentially the largest content grab in gaming history, period. Think about it. PlayStation has proven this last generation that exclusives will make or break your platform. PlayStation, Xbox, and Stadia are all competing to have the best exclusive content, and then you also have these major third-party developers like Take-Two Interactive, EA, or even NetEase, who all could really benefit from purchasing WB Games.
Now for something completely different, yeah.
You know, the internet is pretty weird at times. It's a place filled with eating videos, e-girls selling their bathwater, and bearded white men who transform their garages into a film set in order to justify their lack of popularity they had throughout high school? Jesus, guys. You know I have to read this shit. Well, this week I discovered my newest obsession, video game store roleplays, and it's exactly what you think it is. The creators get together and create ASMR videos of what it would be like to enter a video game store. And these videos get millions of views. In fact, one creator, ASMR Darling, gained 4.9 million views from their video game store roleplay. 4.9 million views. What the hell am I doing with my life? Now, these videos can range from experiences of buying a brand new Switch to discovering new products or even trading your PlayStation 4 in for a PlayStation 5.
I'd love to help you out. Are you looking for anything special or just browsing? Okay, so you wanted to return that PS4? Sure, that won't be a problem.
Now, this, of course, is ASMR Shani, and after watching this video, I openly admit I am a new member of the Shenanigan Army. And you might be thinking, great, Bryant discovered ASMR for the first time and we're never going to hear the end of it. And while, yes, that may have something to do with it, but the real reason I'm a fan of Shani is their fantastic trade-in values.
Okay. Okay. Also in excellent condition, just like the PS4. It looks like we have the game listed as $28 when we're selling it new. So for store credit, I can give you $12.
Yes, you heard that correctly. $12 for Rock Band 4. To explain to you how insanely good of a deal that is, Gamestop won't even allow you to trade that game in. They don't even list it as a possible trade-in on their website because, quite frankly, some games deserve to be burned in a dumpster. And I say that with all due respect, Harmonix, but Rock Band 4 was terrible. Now, the other thing I immediately noticed about Shani was their excellent customer service.
Actually we need to make sure we have everything from the original box. So in this case, for the PS4, we need the console, the controller and cord, as well as the power cord. However, between you and me, I know someone came in earlier and returned a PS4, and they had 2 power cords. So, I'll go ahead and I'll throw that cord in your box, but...
Oh my god. Shani straight overlooked charging me $20 for a PS4 replacement power cable and was like, "Ah, fam, I got you." I will say this, my only gripe about these video game store role-playing videos is they all feature like this weird obsession with tapping things.
But... disc.
Like honestly, if a guy at my GameStop was tapping a box like that, I would genuinely think he was trying to use Morse code. Hey, are you okay? Do you need help? There's a bomb. Oh my god, are you being held hostage? And what I find interesting about all of this, in a time where video game retail is dying due to the digital revolution, decreased sales, and poor customer service, many of these same retailers are desperately trying to address the problem and stay in business. For example, GameStop has added collectibles and Funko Pops to all of their retail locations. But the reality is, if they just watched one of these videos and saw how customers wanted to be treated, they would probably still be in business for the foreseeable future. But the thing that makes me laugh the most is that these videos are so unrealistic. And if these video game store roleplay videos were real, they would probably look something like this.
Hi, welcome to the store. My name's Brian. What can I do for you today? You want to trade these in? Okay, let's see what you got. Alright, Horizon. I absolutely love this game. Watch Dogs 2, that's another good game. Shadow of War, I haven't played that yet. Is it any good? God of War, this might be my favorite game. Well, it looks like we could probably give you about $5. No, the whole thing. $5 for the whole stack. Do you want that in cash or store credit? Cash. Okay, well, I want to make sure you know with cash there's going to be a surcharge for your trade-in. So your value goes from $5 down to $2. Okay, alright, we'll get you cash. Can I interest you in a reward membership for $9.99? Yeah, okay. Well, so with your trade-in and your reward membership, it looks like today you are gonna owe me $5.
And finally for this week, we come to that noise, of course, signifies that we are running out of time and coming close to the end of the show. You know, every single week we have so much news to talk about and so little time to do it. So we take all the week's remaining news, put 60 seconds on the clock, and try to cover it as fast as humanly possible without running out of breath, passing out, or to the ASMR fans, you're welcome. So with that in mind, let's put 60 seconds on the clock for the noise. And go. EA has confirmed that they are developing a brand new skate game. The next Crash Bandicoot game has leaked, so get ready for Crash Bandicoot 4. It's about time. EA has also announced Star Wars Squadron, which is a 5v5 dogfighting combat game. The first UFC 4 trailer will release on July 11th. Cyberpunk 2077 has been delayed until November 2020. Horizon 2 will launch in 2021. Aquaman is now part of Fortnite. Lamar Jackson has been revealed as the Madden 21 cover athlete. Square Enix has announced a new Kingdom Hearts game called Melody of Memory, which this probably goes as one of those games that I don't think anyone asked for, but looks like we're getting it. And finally, the Minecraft Nether update will be launching on June 23rd. Look at that, 9 seconds left. If only we had something else to talk about. Maybe brand new Nerf Report t-shirts. Yeah, that's right. Pick up yours today. We got 5 new styles, and if you want them, head over to teespring.com. Well, that of course wraps up Nerf'd in 60 seconds, and that's going to close out this week's episode of the show. If you like what you saw and you want to see more content just like it, hit that like button, subscribe to the channel, and share it with your friends. As always, my name is Brian Chappelle. You are you, and this little show is called the Nerf Report. Thanks for watching. Hey, thanks again for checking out our channel. You know, if this week's episode goes well and the ASMR community embraces us, who knows? This show might become an ASMR show. You'd like that, wouldn't you?